Let's see who's on today. How's it going? Yo, this is Kenneth Cruz. How's it going, MC Kenny? How you doing, guys? Um, Look, I'm just taking a break from my day, from work, and I was going for a walk, and then I thought, why not sit down and go live? So I'm here to talk about magic. I'm here to talk about uh, the occult in general, you know. And today was a day where I was doing a lot of rituals, man. I spent hours today doing rituals, hours. And over here it's 3 p.m. I didn't sleep that much, so you know, yeah, I did a lot of rituals today, a lot of rituals, and you know, the, the most important thing is just your connection to the energies around you, man. When you can connect to the energy field that's flowing through you, that's around you, and you can stay in touch with it, you can literally speak things into existence. It's the thing is you have to let go of your own identity and become the field, and then you can speak things into existence. Abracadabra. You It is because I speak it. That is the key. Yeah. So I'm here to answer any questions that you have. Um, yeah, we're going to do this for around 30 minutes. Let's see, taking a break, and then yeah, we'll just continue. What's up? So do you guys have any questions? See, any spirit is accessible to you because if you're in touch with the energies around you and within you. You know? The self is an illusion. It's it's just matter vibrating at a certain frequency, and you are the vessel for different energies. Your birth chart, your astrological alignment, they all express themselves through you and through your psychology and through your emotional makeup and all that stuff, right? Through your subconscious. And then there's uh there's also the ability that you can develop to bring in any other energy into you. That's what we call something like channeling. That's what we call invoking an energy, right? And then you can use that energy to tell it what to do. It's like to you can send it out. Like I said, abracadabra. Abracadabra. You become the field, and then you speak things into existence. I missed yesterday's live chat. Glad to see you today. Yeah, welcome. Did you see the spells through art Ukraine did on their Instagram to try to win their war? Thoughts? I did not see that. No, I did not see that. No. Uh, on my way to work. What is the difference between jinns and so-called demons, like those in the Goetia, for example? The cultural difference, cultural context. It's like, guys. Generally speaking, the problem is that have a very uh, superficial education when it comes to magic. And that's that's not just when it comes to magic. That's pretty much everything. You know, this is the social media generation or whatever. I don't know. It's like very superficial. And even if it's not a young generation, it's like it's a certain lifestyle where everything is just, you know, you dip into it and you get out of it. You dip into it, and get out of it. You see, what you need to do is you need to find a thorough way to educate yourself on a topic, right? And then as you do that, most of of those questions will be answered because see, you go deep into it, and then you will access and accumulate more and more data points. You see, and a lot of questions don't make sense there anymore. You know, so you get what I mean. So when's the last time you actually read a book cover to cover? When's the last time you did that? And when's the last time you gave yourself a month or more to thoroughly dive into one specific subject? When did you do that? When's the last time you did that? Most people will say never, or it's been forever. You know, so you have to find a way to do that, and then see when you go deep with one thing. All right, so you go deep into one thing and stick with it. You will learn about that one subject, but you will also learn about a lot of others. Does that make sense? So the basics are always the same. The basics stay the same, and the basics can be transferred into other areas as well. Right. So if you study one system in depth, it's not that you're missing out on other subjects or other topics or other traditions. You're learning the craft from the ground up. You see what I mean? And 80% of all ritual skills and magic is always the same, you know, and then 20% different symbolism, different entities, and so on and so forth. But people don't do that. People want to go from this to there and there. And this is the time that we're in, you know, this is like oversaturation of information. I get it, you know, it's not easy, but you have to learn to focus and go deep with something, you know. So, um, are you still doing your Tai Chi? It's been a while. I'm doing yoga. Frank, is it true that Raphael, the archangel, is a good teacher of the Hermetic arts? Once again, my friend, what are um, I would say no, you know, because Raphael is one entity that is limited to one specific s- Sapphira and one specific what's the word? One specific Sapphira and one specific, you know, energy frequency. So he can teach you about one specific area of that, but he's not a teacher of the Hermetic arts. The Hermetic arts are a vast, massive field. You know? So that would be a little bit overstating it. All right. Could you please give us more tips on the or system for? Let's see. Could you give? Could you please give us some tips or system for astral census development exercises? You just need to develop your imagination. Develop your imagination. As soon as you imagine something, you're working on the astral already. Okay. So if you can't astral travel, your imagination is not strong enough. Meaning the connection, the imagination is the interface between what's going on astrally and physically. So can you imagine things clearly? Then you're going to be able to see things astrally and your third eye is open. Is it possible to do everything right in a ritual and for the magic to still fail as in not getting the results? No, no, not possible. How do you use succubus to your advantage? I don't I don't see any advantage of working with those entities. Zero. Um, how do we deal with difficult aspects and placements in our birth charts, like a fallen Saturn or heavily affected Venus, for instance? Um, well, good question. How do we deal with difficult aspects and placements in our birth chart? Um, it's literally a matter of how you interpret those aspects. You see, so nothing is negative per se. It's like, okay, is being tall bad? Is being short bad? I mean, it depends on the context. You see what I mean? So any placement, depending on how you use it, is a benefit or a disadvantage. I'm tall. I would. I'm never gonna be a world class jujitsu fighter. Why? Because I'm tall. I'm 6'4". You know, it's not gonna happen. You know? But I'm a very good like kickboxer, Muay Thai, because I'm long. I can keep you can keep people at a distance. You see what I mean? So it depends on the context. It depends on what area you're in and how you use those aspects. One man's meat is another man's poison. Keep that in mind. Okay. Currently, I'm taking alchemizing negative energies directed at me in my own negative to gain power, but I read everywhere that it will make me sick. I consume curses aimed at me, but it feels, yeah, but it feels what? Okay, please finish the sentence here. Are the people we attract in our lives a reflection of ourselves? For an example, if a man wants a bad bitch, he has to be the man that would attract that woman. That would attract that woman. I don't even understand what that means, bad bitch. I don't even know what that is. See, um, I'm at the point where I'm like, man, um, obviously that's subjective. You see what I mean? And everybody has their own opinion. But I'm at the point where I'm like, man, if a woman's not a virgin, I'm not even going to consider her anything like except like fun and stuff like that. You know what I mean? If I'm getting into a relationship, it's going to be with a virgin, 100%. And I'll tell you what. The first guy that a woman has sex with, um, she belongs to him forever. There's a spiritual bond that's created, and afterwards, if she gets with another guy, she's never going to be happy for them. She's always going to know that something was taken from her. You see what I mean? So um, that's why she's look. That's why if her virginity has been taken by another man, she's never gonna be yours, guys. That's also for the men here. You have to understand that a woman whose virginity has been taken by another guy, she's his. She's never gonna be yours fully, 100%. Spiritually, you can try other things. I've tried everything, man. I've tried like spiritual connections here and there, rituals, blah blah blah. But that one act of having sex the first time, that makes her his. You see what I mean? And the sad thing is, women in the modern world don't understand that anymore. So they jump from dick to dick to dick. They jump from guy to guy to guy, and they make themselves miserable in the process, which is sad. You know. But yeah, I don't even know what that means. Bad bitch. I don't want a career woman. There's no guy that wants a career woman. There's no man who wants a career woman, man. What? You think I give a fuck about your career? Like, who gives a shit? I really don't. I need a woman that is feminine. Okay, and that's it. I don't need a career woman. I definitely don't need somebody to challenge me at home. You see what I mean? This is what women don't understand, that women are like, and it's not even your fault. It's feminism. Feminism that is destroying the family. You're the women these days are the victim of feminist propaganda. I don't blame anyone here. It's like I don't want to talk shit about anyone. It's just everybody's in a bad situation. Men aren't happy, women aren't happy. It's sad. It's sad. So, like, for me personally, I don't even know what that means, bad bitch. I want a virgin that has good values and is feminine. That's what I need. You know. That's all. What's your ethnicity? I'm of African descent. I'm actually, I made a DNA test, and um, I'm more than 50% Middle Eastern, actually. I have more than 50% Middle Eastern, then uh, a big percentage West African, then I have some Italian in me, I have some Spanish in me, and some other stuff, So I'm pretty mixed, actually. I'm pretty mixed. I even have some Chinese in me, a very tiny percentage. But yeah, I'm uh, I'm a very mixed guy, and at the end of the day, I think I look mixed too. Right? I think I look mixed. Like when I was raised, the last couple of generations, it was like pretty much African for the most part, but um, there are other influxes as well. So the largest percentage that I have is Middle Eastern, so, like stuff like Saudi Arabia, um, uh, yeah, Arabic, a lot of Arabic stuff. Sorry, I make the question complicated. I just want to know how to perfectly alchemize the energetic poison, or if there will be damage. Mm. Well, I don't know how to answer that, man. Um, well, go with how you feel. Go with how you feel. That's all. Is it better to be a specialist at something or a jack of all trades, in your opinion? Uh, magically, you should be a specialist, I believe. You should be a specialist. A ja- uh, no, I mean, once again, it depends on the individual. Some people will do better as a generalist. Some people will better as a specialist. So it depends, man. Depends. When it comes to your siblings, do you guys all look like each other? Like, is your brother the same height as you? Yes. Yep. Yep. All men in my family are tall. Hi, Frank. So nice to catch you live. How's it going, Angela? How you doing? I've been trying to influence someone for a while, done a bunch of shit, but gone to plan any advice. Shit hasn't gone to plan any advice. Look, the question is always like, how to what extent did you experience that end result within? Did you experience that end result internally? At that point, you become non-attached to it, and you stop giving a fuck, and that's usually the sign that the spell's working. If you're still attached to it, and you're constantly got to check this now, oh, is it working? Is it working? Is it working? It's it's the spell's not done yet. So it's always the same answer. It's always the same answer. You got to do it until you experience it internally as 100% real. And at that point, you're not gonna give a shit anymore. Yeah. Do you pull energy from natural environment, trees, and such into your energy body? Yeah, I do that. From nature, pretty much automatically. Yes, absolutely. Uh, yeah, definitely. I was from nature has definitely a balancing effect. 100%. It cleanses your aura automatically. Um, yeah. Mhm. Do you pull energy from natural environment? Yeah. Frank, my goal is to practice and master the exercises of initiation into hermetics from Trent Barton. Would you recommend good as a complete good practice in advising as a hermetic magician? Yes, I mean Barton's system is amazing. The exercises are amazing, and they will take you very very far in magic. The problem though that it's going to take you a very very long time because the requirements or the Yeah, the requirements that he asks for are super high, okay? And you can start practicing magic and get results with magic much earlier, even before you have hit all the targets that are demanded by Barden. So what's usually going to happen is you're going to practice Bardonian magic for years and years and years and years, and you're always going to come back to it. You're going to go into another system, and you're going to come back to it, and step by step progress through it. So I would see Bardonian magic more like an undercurrent that you do for like 10 years, and you come back to it, and then in the meantime, like I don't know, for 6 months you do something else, and you come back to it. But you know, that's usually how it's going to work. But Barden's magic is phenomenal. Yeah, absolutely, very powerful. Barden was one of the most powerful magicians in the modern history. You know, absolutely. Frank, do you prefer being single, having friends with benefits, or do you prefer being in a relationship? I prefer being in a relationship with friends with benefits. I'm not a monogamous man, and I don't think any man wants to be monogamous. I want to have multiple serious relationships all at the same time. Yeah, but the thing is, you got to deserve that. Meaning, what are you willing to give? You can't just demand that stuff. It's everything's an exchange. So what can you give, and what can you um, receive for it? You know what I mean? And you also got to find quality women. Like what I don't recommend is finding a gold digger, a woman that wants you for your money. That's a big problem, bro. Like seriously, you can't. Um, you got to find a woman that has values beyond money. Okay, and you got to find women that are loyal. You know, and that's not easy to find. Actually, that's super hard to find. You know? And just like a virgin, it's super hard to find. Right? But that's it, man. That would be my dream. My ideal woman would be a virgin that has good values and that understands the value of knowledge over money and material stuff. If you have an airhead or a numbskull that doesn't understand that knowledge is invaluable, and you can take knowledge and turn it into as much money as you want, into all kinds of different things, then I would be wasting my time. So that's a problem. So you need a woman that is also capable of, or I would need a woman that understands my values. You know what I mean? But a lot of hoes out there, they're just after money. They don't understand what that means. And they're like, let some other person deal with it, man. You know, and that's a problem in the culture that we live in, man. Women are all about material stuff, blah 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 blah. And there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with spoiling a woman, and nothing wrong with money at all. But like I said, in the future, from now on, I want any woman that I meet to think that I'm a broke motherfucker. I want her to think that I'm just broke, or just broke. I want her to know that I want her to think that I'm broke. I have no money at all, and then I want her to fall in love with my mind because that cannot be taken away. And if that's the case, she will be loyal for sure, and she's gonna be mine. Okay? So a lot of guys do the opposite. They run the opposite strategy where they flaunt their cash or whatever material objects or whatever, and that's going to attract the wrong type of woman, obviously. So if a woman falls in love with your mind, not your money, then she deserves the world, you know, because then she will be loyal and she will keep it. But fall, if she falls in love with material stuff or the idea of material things, then it's nothing you can trust. So guys, we got to be smart these days, man. We got to be so smart, man. As a man, it's gotten really, really tough. It's gotten really difficult, especially in the West, man. I mean, I think the West is pretty much done with that shit. Feminism has ruined the family, and who wants to get married in this day and age? If you want to get married, you're a fucking loser, man. Like for real, fucking idiot. Because the woman owns you at that point. If you know anything about chess, you just sacrifice your queen and your king at that point. You know. But I mean, you know who's going to do that? Guys that don't get pussy. Guys that can't get pussy outside of marriage. They're going to be like, they're going to sign their life away just to have a woman stay with them. For real. Those are the only guys that get married. Seriously. Those are the only guys who have to get married in order to get pussy. Right? It's retarded, man. But what high quality man wants to get married these days? Who here is a guy and wants to still get married, if I may ask? Let's say you're single. I have been against marriage since I was 19 years old, Frank. Yeah. Yeah. Frank, you don't even look broke, so that will be hard and your energy will give you away. That's my answer. No, I don't think so. I don't think so. I'm pretty good at camouflaging that. You know? I'm pretty good at camouflaging that. Pretty good at camouflaging that. You know? But how does somebody look broke? How does somebody look rich? You know, how does somebody look rich? How does it work? Um, maybe you're poor, you don't take showers. Is that what you're saying? But thanks, Frank. You're the best. Thank you. When I meditate for longer times, I start seeing blue-green lights moving around like waves. What could that be? Uh, that could be astral energy. Just astral energy. No legal benefit for a man to get married. Legal disadvantage. Yeah, it's fucking suicide. Man. It's fucking suicide. Who wants to do that, bro? Low value guys do that for sure because they have to. They have to because otherwise they can't get laid. Oh, it's fuck. You know, like sometimes I feel like a real asshole because you know how many married women I've fucked. You know, like the other day there was a woman. She was very young. She was fucking pushing a stroller. All right, her baby's in the stroller. She she keeps staring at me. Okay, she keeps staring at me for like 5 minutes, and then I walk up to her because she was attractive, and I started to talk to her. You know, and I took her number. You know, and bro, her her stupid ass husband is probably at work. You know, working to provide for her and shit like that. You know, and he thinks she loves him and shit like that. You know, so that's what's going on. That's the reality, bro. Don't think for a second that women are 1 ounce better than men. Women fuck around like crazy. They get a they get a fucking provider, stupid ass beta male, who thinks she loves him and he can't like he thinks he can't do better than that, and so he stays with her. And then I guarantee it. This is nature. Okay, this is what women do in nature. She will go and get some dick. She will get fucked by an alpha male. 100%. 100%. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. Tell me I'm lying. All of these women that you know that are married, that have kids and all that stuff, they've been fucking. They've been fucking while their husbands at work. You know, probably a guy like me. And this is the God's honest truth, man. This is the fucking truth. So, guys, don't be stupid, okay? Don't be dumb. Either you have the power in the relationship completely, or you don't get married. If you do that, you're setting yourself up for fucking a disaster. Yeah. See, Anna says no lies detected. There you go. You see? She knows, of course. I don't cheat. I feel like it's bad luck. Okay. I relate to everything you were saying, Frank. My goal is to do a lot of business in South America, Colombia, Brazil, Venezuela, Guyana, Peru, etc. The women will naturally come. Yeah, definitely. Nature, yes, you can set your watch to it. In 99% of cases, who wants those odds? Yeah, exactly. I'll agree with that. There are many women that are doing that these days. I have a friend doing that right now. There you go. There you go. I mean, the good thing is that we're like educated on that stuff these days. So it used to be way worse in the past. But I'm telling you, like like the amount of married women that I've fucked, you know, like me personally, like one guy. Okay, one guy. Tell me that's not going on anywhere, like in so many different places, everywhere, man. Yeah. I mean, the strategy of the guy is this, the strategy of a man is usually he wants multiple multiple women, you know, and he wants to have like a special woman that he knows she's happy and all that stuff, but he wants multiple women. The strategy of women is usually to have one provider, you know, and she doesn't want to have sex with him. Okay, she's probably disgusted by the guy, and once in a while she's got to give a pussy once in a month or something like that. But he pays the bills. She disrespects him. She has zero respect for him. She doesn't even like him. She despises him. She talks shit about it behind his back. She talks shit about him in front of other people. But secretly, she wants to fuck somebody else, you know, and she does for the most part. You know, and that's the reality, guys. And you have to accept reality. You have to accept it. Women are not these tender, innocent creatures that a lot of guys think they are. Yeah? They're just as much animals as we are. Men are animals. Women are animals. Just different strategies, different mating strategies. You know? Gotta accept that. You're dealing with an animal, not an angel. All right. Nikki says hello. How's it going? Yeah. So be smart, guys. You gotta be smart. Thanks, Frank, for putting it out there. Yeah, my brother. We're on the same team, Sanchez. Of course, man. We're on it's on the same team. Of course, I'm gonna put it out there, and I'm happy that I made it to this age without getting trapped, without getting into a trap. You know. And another thing is, women will use they will use the argument of maturity. If you do that, they will call you immature. If you say things like I just said, they will tell you, "Oh, what? You're 37. You're so immature. Grow up." Blah blah blah. Bullshit. It's all bullshit. It's nothing to do with immaturity. As a guy, you can have kids when you're 50. Who gives a fuck? You know? As long as you can afford them, not a problem. So don't listen to that shit. You know, women, women's shelf life is more of a concern than a guy's shelf life. Take care of yourself, and you're going to be able to have kids with 50, 60. Still, not a problem. You don't have to worry about that. Women have to worry about that. And their strategy is to call you immature. They call you immature. Don't fall for that, guys. Don't fall for that. Only only low value guys settle before they have reached their potential. You got to fulfill your potential. You have an honor. You have a responsibility to your ancestors and your bloodline to fulfill your potential as a guy. Okay. If you haven't done that yet, you better get to fucking work on it. Okay. Your grandfather, your great grandfather, maybe your father, all of those guys are looking down on you. They fought a lot. Okay. They suffered, man. They worked so that you are here right now. Okay. You can't lose a game. You can't lose the games. You gotta stay sharp. Okay. What else? Like obviously, hey, look, like I said, no hate. If I was a woman, I would play the game, uh, just like most women play. Absolutely, of course, makes sense. But I'm too smart for that shit. I'm a strategic genius. Therefore, I don't fall for it. So it's a matter of how attached a woman is to a man. Yeah, yeah, whatever. I don't believe in that shit either. I don't believe in that. Attachment and all that stuff. No, about the value of the guy. If she loses respect, then all the attachment goes away. If she loses respect for whatever reason, the attachment goes away, and she loses respect as soon as you start changing for her. That's when she loses respect, because then she's going to start valuing her or looking at other options. So no matter how hard it is, you cannot change your plans. You know, it is what it is. I mean, what is attachment? What is attachment? See, I'm going through a breakup right now. Okay, so what is attachment in that case? In that case, attachment is essentially, look, a woman that leaves you will always be able to leave you again. Okay, so um, it's attachment means that whatever. Of course, it hurts, but it's basically familiarity. It's basically familiarity, and your whole universe zooms in on that person. But it's fucking it's ridiculous. I walked past plenty of prettier girls today in one day. I'm like. So it's just a matter of expanding your view on that topic, and you're gonna be all right. Dudes are waking up, and marriage has went down by 60%. Most people respect the money of someone else, but not the person. Mm, okay. Dudes are waking up, and marriage has went down by 60%. Yes, of course. I mean, why would somebody get married these days? Um, or who? Okay. Yeah. Look, I mean, in my opinion, guys, um, I don't know. If I'm in love, a whiff of another man sickens me. Okay, yeah, I get that. I believe you. I believe you. If you're really in love, yes, you don't want another guy. I get it. Okay, that's true. That's true. You see, and that's what I'm saying. Women are built to be monogamous, in my opinion, and men are built to be polygamous. If you're really in love, you just want one guy. That's true. But a man can be in love and he will want other women. Absolutely. But um, I'm personally, guys, I'm moving out of the West. I'm moving out of Europe right now. I live in Europe. Uh, I'm living in Europe still, but I'm working on moving to Dubai. Hey, I have no what's the word? I have no illusion about Dubai. It's a city full of gold diggers. I get that, but at least the culture is different, where you're basically surrounded by a different energy, where things are on the up, you know. But here, everything's on the down. Europe, the U.S., everything is just like people are just miserable, man. And things are just collapsing. Really are. I promise you. I promise you. The future does not look. It looks worse than it is now. Okay, so in my opinion, anyone who can, you got to leave the Western countries in somewhere or another. Okay, it's cheaper. Okay, Dubai is not cheaper, but think about the networking possibilities and business opportunities in Dubai, man. It's insane. How many rich people are there? It's fucking insane, man. And if you want to get rich, one of the fastest ways of doing that is to be surrounded by rich people. I promise you. You know. And yeah, much of the pain is rooted in something that isn't 100% real to begin. To begin with, seems extremely convincing. Okay, at least in my experience. Okay, where in Europe do you live? I live in Germany. It's far easier to get other women when you already have one. Every guy knows this. Women are more attracted to you. Yeah, generally that's true. That's true. It's almost if they can smell it. Right? Yeah, that's true. Um, yeah, there is something to that. Um, yeah, my phone is about to die again. It's annoying. So I need to fucking. They need to find a way to build phones that run on solar power. Basically, whenever they have the sunshine around them, they charge the battery off the sunshine. Were you born in Europe, Germany? Yes. I'm thinking about moving to South America, where I want to do a lot of business. Yes, absolutely. Why not? Go to South America. Yes. There's so many countries that are like on the up. Germany, in Germany, the demographics are horrible. Okay, it's a super old country. Everything's super like the regulations here, man. They kill any opportunity. You know what I mean? Anything that is built gets regulated, and then once it's regulated and still moving, it's taxed, and then it's taxed into oblivion until it's dead. You know, and it's nobody has answers about the future here. Everybody's like it's almost like they're technophobes, man. So Germany's not a great place to be either. It's too bureaucratic. There are many different places that are much better. Mm. Maybe we could do a spell for a solar powered phone and just put the energy out there. My friend, I'd have better things to do than do rituals with that shit. Yeah. Okay, guys, I'm gonna wrap it up now. Um, I hope you still got something out of this, and I'll talk to you soon. Well, bye bye.